Well, we got us a fire going, got some charcoal going. That can only mean one thing around here. That right there. Got our Dutch oven out. We're going to do a little cooking this afternoon. My friend James over at Old School with a Modern Twist made a dump cake the other day. He kind of called me out and he said, "Hey, I want to see you make a dump cake in the Dutch oven." So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to make a cherry chocolate dump cake, and we're going to make this like we were out in the woods somewhere, and we had to use what we had on hand to make this work. So we're going to make a cherry chocolate dump cake, and we're going to do it on the coals and in the Dutch oven, and going to take you along and see how you like it. All right, let's look at our ingredients here. Pretty simple, not complicated. We have to eat sugar-free around here for my wife. She can't do that, so this is all a sugar-free recipe. First thing you're going to need is sugar-free, no sugar added. Of course, it's got the sweetener, the sucrose, or whatever they call it in there. Sucralose, yeah, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Got this at the Wally World, but this is cherry pie filling or topping, and I'm not a big fan of the artificial sweeteners. I don't think they're good for you, but hey, it is what it is. But this, you need a can of this. They now have sugar-free cake mix. You need one of these. We got the chocolate one. They make a yellow one, and they make a brownie one now for this. The secret ingredient, instead of using water, we're going to use Coke Zero, sugar-free, all that kind of stuff, cherry flavored Coca-Cola to mix our cake mix with. So let's get started. We're going to take our cherry pie filling and get that to stay there. Open it up. We're going to pour that cherry pie filling down on the bottom. You're going, oh my gosh, that's going to stick. It's going to stick. Well, not if you're careful. And I got a little trick I'll show you to keep that from happening. Let's get those cherries in there. Get them on the bottom and make sure you get all that goodness out of there. Put that on the bottom. That's pretty good. I gotta go get another spoon. I'll be right back. All right, one more ingredient that I forgot. A stick of butter. All right. I bet y'all think I licked that spoon. I didn't. I went in and washed it. Next thing we're going to do, we got our cherries in there. We're going to take our handy dandy Bob Deaver pocket knife. Open that chocolate cake mix up. We're going to put that chocolate cake mix right on top of those cherries. Come on. Just like so. Spread that out a little bit, not much, because now what we're going to do, we're going to take that cherry Coke Zero, cherry flavored Coke, And we're going to gently begin to add this into that cake mix. You don't want to put a bunch in there because we're going to mix this right here on top as we go. I figure it's going to take about 1/4 of this to mix this cake mix up. You say, well, why didn't you mix that cake mix up before you poured it in there? Well, remember, we're out in the woods. We're like Boy Scouts and all that kind of good stuff. We don't have a facility where we don't have all kinds of utensils and all kinds of stuff to, like we would if we was at home. We're in the woods. We're in the wilderness. This is a chocolate cake that's made in the wilderness, so to speak. And remember, this is, if you don't get this mixed up good, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. It'll take care of itself, because what we're going to do before we put this on the fire is we are going to layer the top of this with butter. And you can see that kind of foaming up, that fizz in that Coke is foaming this up. But you want to mix it up as good as you can. And you want to try to stay out of your cherries down there, because that bottom cake mix is going to, that cherry juice is going to rise up through there. And it's going to mix that cake mix up in there. Alright, let's get this thing going. The key to this, or one of the keys to this, is you don't want too much heat on the bottom. So I've made these up. These are just 10 full balls, and what we're going to do is we're going to place 3 of them down. We're going to put a little charcoal in the middle of this, and then we're going to set our Dutch oven on top of these balls to hold it up off of it where the heat's not directly on our Dutch oven. Because where a lot of people make mistakes on these is they get scared that they're going to burn the bottom. So what we want to do is keep a little bit of heat on the bottom, but not much. So we're going to put 4 or 5 of these briquettes on the bottom so it'll cook a little bit, but we want to cook from the top because our cake's up above, remember? We're going to put 4 or 5 of these down here. We might put more than that, I don't know, we'll just have to see. See, we got a pretty good heat right there right now. So what we're going to do, we're going to set our Dutch oven right there like that. You see it's up off of that. And you can, if you need some more heat on the bottom, you can always put those briquettes on there. Alright, let's start cooking this thing. I would say 30 minutes. The thing about Dutch oven cooking, it's not an exact science, because where I'm at may cook different than yours. Altitude, all kinds of things has the outside temperature, is the wind blowing, that type of thing. That's what makes this fun to me, is you're not guessing, but you're winging it, and you have to really watch this. Now there's some times where you can put that in there and you know 30 minutes it's going to be done. But the wind's kind of blowing a little bit today. We're gonna use that. We're gonna do that right there for now, and we're gonna let it cook for about 30 minutes, and we'll see where we're at. We'll check it from time to time, and when I check it, I'll turn it back on. All right, it's been about 30 minutes. Let's see what we got. Ooh, son, what are you talking about? Let me think. It ain't there yet, but it's getting there. Yeah, we're a long ways off. We're probably another 30 minutes away. Butter's not good and melted yet, so what we're going to do is we're going to add some heat to the top of that. Sorry about stepping in front of the camera there. Let's put a little heat on the top. Alright, let's do a little check here. Oh, son. I think we're about done. We got our fancy little toothpick deal here. Oh yeah, we're done. See, we don't have any cake, any raw cake coming off. So we're done. Let's get her off the fire, off the coals. Get you over where you can see it. Them cherries bubbling up out of the bottom of that. Boy, boy. Let's go get a spoon and a little plate and do some testing. Alright. I got my little taste tester out here. Y'all see that?
Yeah.
Ooh-wee, look at that. Man, oh man. That is hot.
That's hot, boys. Smells good. It's hot. Mmm.
Yeah?
It's good.
You know it's bound to be good when you don't hear no words. You hear hot. Yeah.
Super moist.
Super moist.
Got lots of flavor. I love the cherry.
Cherries and chocolate go together.
Thank you.
Sugar-free cherry chocolate dump cake. Oh yeah. Well, old school, James. Old school with a modern twist. That's for you, buddy. I hope that helped you out on your next one. Just got to keep that bottom heat off of it as much as you possibly can. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. The woman's done run off. I think she's hunting another plate or another spoon. But hey, like, subscribe, share. Share these videos with somebody. And hope it helps somebody out. But that's a good way to cook you a dessert. If you're out and about and you're out in the woods, cook you a dessert. And that way you don't have to have all the utensils and all that stuff. So y'all stay safe out there. If you hadn't already, go vote. See you next time.